Everybody kept saying, Coach, the BoomBox Classic is the game you want to go to. You don't want to miss the BoomBox Classic, Coach. You want to get to that game. Well, guys, guess what? Coach showed up and was able to show out with all of you because I got to see the ESPN game day as well as enjoy the experience of a lifetime of being out there on the sideline watching that game between Jackson State and Southern University. And you know what? You'll never believe in a million years how much I enjoyed myself. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate all of you guys for this weekend. I could not have had a better birthday weekend than this one here. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you. But we're going to get into this game because I got some things to say about this game. And some folks ain't going to like what I got to say. But it's going to be all right, though, because it got to be said. It got to be said. So let's get into it right after this. You know, it's your favorite coach back at it again. 10 toes down, about to tell you how it all went down. This is Tomorrow Leader Sports Network with your host, Coach Walker. If you're new to the channel, please like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you can get all upcoming videos. For all my leaders out there, welcome back. Y'all know the drill. Y'all know the routine. If you haven't done so already, please like, comment, and share these videos and tap in a friend or two. Tell them to come on in. This is nothing but positive vibes. We're just having a good time talking about HBCU sports. And don't forget, you can follow us on all social media platforms. The links are listed down below in the description. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and jump on in this thing and get straight to it. Because y'all already know Coach sees some crazy stuff out there on the field. Trying to figure out what in the world wrong with some of these folks sometimes. But you know what? I gotta say, I gotta do this first. I gotta thank Miss Chastity over at Fletcher's for making sure that my order and everything was together for me when I picked it up. Coming off the road, driving back from Mississippi, back home. I want to tell her thank you. So if you want some bomb wings, take your behind over to Fletcher's to get you some wings or whatever it is, whatever else it is that you may want. I'm sure they got it on the menu, but go over there and check them out. Miss Chastity took care of me, and I just want to tell her, I said, thank you again, Miss Chastity, for looking out for me on. Everything was prepared correctly for me to come pick it up without no issues. Thank you again. But we're going to talk about some football right now. I done talked about the food already. We're going to talk about some football. But I'm going to be honest with you. Coach Prime and Jackson State, they came into this thing looking to impose their will on Southern and Coach Dooley early and often. Because I was trying to figure out, I was like, wait a minute, they got the ball first. They went for it on 4th and 2. I'm like, is Coach Prime having a flashback from when they played Campbell during the daggone homecoming and say, hey, we're going to get this thing? And you know what? I ain't mad at him because sometimes you got to let them hang just to let everybody understand the fact that, hey, I got confidence in you. You got to have that confidence in me. You got to have that confidence in yourself. Now get out there and go get it. Unfortunately, they came up short. But you know what? When you got the number 3 ranked defense between FCS and FBS, I ain't say FAS and I ain't say FDS. I said FCS and FBS. Yes, Jackson State has the 3rd ranked D.1 points per game. They are allowing. That's what they are allowing. That's what the defense is allowing per game is 10.1 points per game. Hey, when you got that type of defense out there, guess what? You trust them. If by chance you don't get the daggone, you don't get the first down, you can bring them out here to make sure you keep them from scoring points. And guess what? They did exactly that because they messed around and got them folks to go ahead and punt on 4th down and block the punt. Oh, my God. I'm sitting there like, wait a minute, Southern. Did y'all just let this man run right up the middle? I mean, run right up the middle free like, boop, let's go. Hey, Jackson State, get the ball. Hey, get the ball. Let's go back down the field, do something with it. Unfortunately, Jackson State was not able to do anything with it. It looked like it was kind of like a tennis match here that was going on in the beginning because there was, you know, Jackson State was starting to get things in order, but it wasn't clicking with that offense wasn't clicking just yet. And then Southern, they was trying to find their foot and trying to find their way exactly on what they wanted to do. But Sims broke one for 50-something yards. I think it was 51, 52 yards they broke for. And then they came back down, tried to kick a field goal and missed the field goal. But I'm sitting there like, okay, what's going on now? Well, hey, they went for it again, 4th and 2, and they came up short again. Coach Prime was on it Saturday, boy. Hey, listen, Coach Prime going for it on 4th down, and their offense is not moving down the field, moving in the manner which they need to. He's looking to make sure he get them engaged so they can start putting the points on the board. Well, you know what? Jackson State finally got together, in which they got that ball moving down the field, and none other than the birthday guy, Mr. Savion Wilkinson, caught him a touchdown pass, 3-yard touchdown pass from QB1, putting Jackson State on the board first. Happy birthday, Savion. Hey, I'm glad you got out there and balled out, bro. You put on in Jackson, man. I got to see it firsthand on the sideline. I enjoyed it. Jackson State, I appreciate y'all. Southern, I appreciate y'all. I enjoyed this game. I'm just going, y'all gonna hear me keep saying that. I appreciate everybody over and over again because I got to say thank you. I'm just being honest with you. But yes, like I said, Jackson State finally got things together. They were able to get out there, start moving that ball down the field. Not only that, Savion was able to run the ball 21 times for 96 yards. He had one rushing touchdown. He had one passing touchdown in the game. Now, Southern had a few glimpses of what they were looking to do out there on the field, especially, Cassius Allen, man. That young man there is special. He caught a 29-yard pass from Bashawn McCray down the sideline, in which Nugget was not, he didn't turn around to see the ball. Had he turned around and saw that ball, that'd have been a pick, and Nugget probably going the other way. Nugget probably would still be running down 20 right now, headed to the next state if he'd have turned around and saw that ball. But it didn't happen. But you know what? Nugget got him some good back. He got him some get back though, because I'm like, boy, that daggone Nugget boy, they threw the ball to Cassius Allen again, and he tried to go ahead and try to muscle him a little bit. And if you ain't paid attention, Nugget did swole up a little bit. I'm like, Nugget got a little swole up out there. He let him know, hey, look, man. Hey, man, back up off me with all that, son. What you doing with all that? Yeah, he had to give him a little work out there and let him know what time it is. But, the craziest thing is, Southern in the beginning, the defense was not laying down. But I got to say this, guys. I know a couple of y'all going to get mad at Coach about it, but I got to tell it to you. You guys' body language, man, when you get down by a couple of points, y'all can't do that, man. This is 4 quarters. You gonna come out here and fight this thing to the bitter end. This ain't like when you guys are playing a video game, you get down by a couple of points, you hit the reset button and start this thing all over again. In all honesty, you could have hit the reset button in this game in which you said, all right, look, from this point on, it's 0-0. Even though they got that 14 points over there, it's 0-0. Now y'all gonna put some points on the board. But it just wasn't meant to happen that way, because after that, you started seeing Aubrey Miller, Regan, Josh Griffiths, True Thompson. Them boys started getting loaded up there on that front line and went to work. And it was just like, listen, the running plays that y'all thought y'all was going to run just wasn't going to happen. But Bashawn McCray couldn't get loose out that backfield for nothing in the world. And I'm just sitting there looking like, wait a minute, guys, are y'all really going to do something with this or what? But it just didn't turn out that way. And I understand all of that. I mean, heck, Bashawn McCray threw the ball in the game, 26 times, completing 9 for 85 yards and 1 interception. The rushing game for Southern University, I mean, it just wasn't there today. I mean, they rushed the ball 41 times for 136 yards with an average of 3.3 per carry. Now, as I stated to you guys in part 1 of the video, Southern was averaging, Bashawn McCray himself was averaging 6.5 yards per carry, as well as Ligon and the other running, Ligon and Sims, they were averaging 5.3, 5.5 yards per carry. That wasn't happening today. When I say Claude shut them down, they shut it down. Not only that, but looking at the quarterbacks out there duel against one another, another thing I saw that threw me away. The one defender decided he wanted to reach up around QB1 neck, try to choke him or whatever. I don't know what that was all about. But QB1 said, okay, I'm going to show you what legendary is all about. Man, I looked up and I'm seeing QB1 hit it down the sideline for 42 yards untouched for a touchdown. Man, look here. Everybody always say QB1 can't run. He's slow. I guess he wasn't too slow Saturday because, boy, he put them Jets off out that bad boy. And all you seen the referee do was, bow, touchdown. And I'm like, wait a minute. Is he showing out like this today? Okay. Then you come back again and said right before the half, what'd he do? He hit you for a second one. So I'm sitting there like, okay. And like I said, this is the body language. I'm watching, folks, as they coming off the field. Guy at Southern, y'all, all you players over there, y'all saw Coach stand on the sideline. So y'all can't say, oh, Coach, you full of, no. I'm not giving you that one. I stood there and watched everybody. I'm listening to the conversation, the underneath the breath talking. I'm like, everybody's feeling some type of way. I'm thinking y'all coming back out in the second half, and we're going to get this work. Okay, you're down a few points. Let's go ahead and get after it. But, guys, it just didn't turn out like that. The weather, the inclement weather got to get more crazy than what everybody anticipated. And then they had the wait. I think it was like the 20, 30-minute wait in between the guys coming back out onto the field and play. Finally, they got back out there. I think it was like the top of the second quarter. top of the fourth quarter. Jackson State came back out in the second half after Southern tried to drive the ball down the field, ended up getting stopped. Jackson State got the ball back. They ended up putting more points on the board. They went up 28-0, and then at the top of the fourth quarter, they went ahead and they suspended the game before they brought everybody out because they said they saw thunder in the area. And they finally got back out there and played. Things just didn't turn around for Southern in this game like many had expected them to, based on the stats that everybody had saw as far as what Southern was looking to do out there on the field. Got to give it up to Jackson State for what they were able to get out there and do on the field against Southern. And I know Southern is definitely looking to go ahead and win out the remaining of their games so that they can come back and get their lick back against Jackson State, because I know they did not like that at all. Got to give it up to QB1 Deion Sanders. He threw the ball 33 times, completed 18 for 194 and 1 touchdown pass in this game, and he had 2 rushing touchdowns as well. The defensive side of the ball for Jackson State just showed that they were willing to come out there and put the game in the chokehold. I'm not gonna sit here and say that Southern didn't have opportunities. They did. They had opportunities and interceptions that they dropped. I mean, when you down in a game like this, you got to take advantage of every opportunity that you get. And this was one time that they didn't do it. Southern plays FAMU this upcoming weekend, so definitely can't wait to see how that game is going to turn out. Like I said, right now, Southern has to win out to see who's going to be the last man standing in the West to possibly play whoever's going to come out of the East, which right now, Alabama A&M lost Saturday. So for the most part, Jackson State got to do what they need to do to continue on to make sure that they're there, that they are the ones that's playing for the SWAC championship. So we're going to see how that's going to end up as well. Jackson State plays Texas Southern this week, and Texas Southern has been sneaking teams. So you definitely got to be, on your P's and Q's to close out and make sure you get everything taken care of. So we're going to go ahead and sit back and watch and see how everything unravels this week. But like I said, we're getting closer to the end of the season. So guys, hey, get ready to see some great football. You're going to see, now's the time you're going to find out who's going to come out here when you're down and out, who's going to will themselves and will their team over the finish line to get that W. Because when it's not working, you gotta dig in your bag of tricks and come up with something to get the momentum swinging in your direction. One of those times, I was hoping to see Southern do something with it, and it just didn't work out that way. But I know they're gonna come back out swinging next week, so we're gonna wait and see how everything turns out against FAMU. But guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get up on out this thing. And like I said, guys, I appreciate all of you guys that I was able to sit down and chop it up with out there at Jackson this weekend, as well as at the ESPN game day experience. I appreciate you all. Thank you. But until next time, be the one and lead.